Hey guys, my name is Chris and I run this channel. I've been a bartender for 12 years and I was a personal trainer for 5 years. I did a 2-year associate's degree as a health and fitness specialist where I studied kinesiology, biomechanics, nutrition. So I think I have a fairly good grasp on alcohol, being a bartender and being a health and fitness enthusiast. So today we're going to take a look into the health benefits of alcohol and what are the reasons behind these potential benefits, and if drinking is healthier than non-drinking. And obviously, moderate alcohol has been associated with health. You do not want to binge drink for any health benefits, but let's take a look into the research. If you guys enjoy this video, give it a like, a comment, and subscribe. It would really help me out.
Alright, so what is alcohol? In this video we are primarily concerned with ethanol. Ethanol is a volatile, flammable, colorless liquid. It is a psychoactive organic compound, and it is made by the fermentation of sugar by yeast. Alcohol is also used as an antiseptic and a disinfectant and as an alternative fuel source. This video is going to focus on the possible health benefits of alcohol consumption. It is not focused on calories, and it is not taking into account mixing alcohol with soda or juice. Some general facts about alcohol: it is commonly found in overripe fruit. Most animals avoid any foods containing alcohol, and dried residue on 9,000-year-old pottery suggests that Neolithic people consumed alcohol. Alcohol is detoxified by the liver, and there's a rare medical condition called autobrewery syndrome where intoxicating quantities of ethanol are produced through endogenous fermentation through yeast in the gut. The effects of alcohol vary based on the amount consumed, the time span of the consumption, the amount of food eaten, and the combination of prescription or street drugs with alcohol. Moderate consumption generally leads to desirable effects such as improvement in mood, increased self-confidence, and decreased anxiety, among others. More consumption generally leads to negative effects like impaired judgment, balance problems, and blurred vision, among others. Death is possible from alcohol poisoning or inhalation of vomit. Possible health benefits of ethanol itself include thinning of the blood and acting as a hormetic stressor. This is when there is generally favorable biological response to low exposures of toxins or other stressors. They improve the body's ability to handle stress. Other examples include exercise and sauna. Let's look at the possible health benefits of liquor, beer, and wine. Liquor is produced by the distillation of grains, fruit, or vegetables that have already gone through alcoholic fermentation. Distillation is the removing of diluting components like water, and it removes carbohydrates, but they can be added later in flavoring. Examples include UV Blue or Bacardi Limon. Vodka is generally 30 to 50% alcohol by volume or 60 to 100 proof. Apart from the possible health benefits of ethanol itself, liquor's main possible health benefits come from the antioxidants. However, distillation removes most of these antioxidants. Liquor can gain antioxidants after distillation by aging in wood casks or barrels. Are antioxidants beneficial?
Alright guys, so antioxidants are a little bit of a... So guys, the science on antioxidants is kind of conflicting. They're not really sure if antioxidants actually have an antioxidant effect in our body, or if eating antioxidants, which are plant defense mechanisms, are actually toxic to us but have a hormetic effect similar to exercise or sauna or possibly ethanol itself. So a lot of the studies that show that people with more antioxidant consumption getting better health is not necessarily because of the antioxidants, because antioxidants could be a proxy for eating more unprocessed fruits and vegetables. So obviously that's going to lead to better health and better antioxidant status. It doesn't necessarily mean that the antioxidants are the cause of the good health or not. So the jury's kind of still out on that, but in general, antioxidants are pretty much seen as something that's beneficial for human health, whether that is because of their antioxidant abilities in the body or because they're a hormetic stressor.
Alright, the first liquor we're going to look at is vodka. It's primarily made from grains like corn, wheat, rye, rice, but can also be made from fruit or potatoes. Vodka is highly distilled. Very little antioxidants remain after distillation, and there's little, if any, additional benefits over the benefits of straight ethanol. Next, we're going to look at gin. Gin is made from juniper berries, and juniper berries have 87 different antioxidants in them. However, distillation removes most of these antioxidants. Little health benefits remain apart from the benefits of ethanol. Next, we're going to look at tequila. Tequila is made from agave, and if it doesn't say 100% agave, it isn't true tequila. Agave has fructans as well as other antioxidants. Again, distilling removes most of these antioxidants, and barrel aging will increase antioxidants. So silver, blanco, or white tequila is not aged in wood. Reposado is aged between 2 months and 1 year in oak barrels. Añejo is aged 1 to 3 years in oak barrels, and extra añejo is aged over 3 years in oak barrels. So aging is going to increase the antioxidants from the wood. Next up is whiskey, including Scotch and bourbon. These are primarily made with fermented grains. Again, distillation removes most of the antioxidants, and aging increases antioxidants, primarily ellagic acid. It is said to have as many antioxidants as wine from wood barrels. Next we have rum. Rum is made from sugarcane or molasses. Again, aging increases antioxidants from the wood barrels. Light, silver, or white rum is aged the least and is highly filtered. Gold or amber rum is aged for some time in wood barrels, and black or dark rum is aged the longest time. Spiced rum is typically aged as long as black rum but has spices and caramel colorings added, and spices can add some extra antioxidants. And we have brandy. Brandy is made from grapes. The name is derived from Brandewijnen, meaning burnt wine. So brandy is made by distilling wine and removing the water from the wine. Distillation removes antioxidants again. Wood aging adds new antioxidants. Cognac is a type of brandy distilled in Cognac in western France, and brandy can be made with other fruits such as blackberries, which have more antioxidants than regular brandy. Alright, next up are liqueurs, which are alcoholic drinks composed of distilled spirits and additional flavorings such as sugar, fruit, herbs, or spices. They are historical descendants of herbal medicines. Additional possible benefits over ethanol benefits are highly varied on which herbs are used and in which concentrations. In general, more herbs are going to lead to more antioxidants. And for example, Jägermeister has 56 different herbs, spices, and berries. Next up we have beer. Beer is actually the third most consumed beverage in the world behind water and tea. It is made from fermented cereal grains, most commonly barley, and most beers use hops both for flavor and as a natural preservative. The grains are fermented by different strains of yeast. Lager are bottom fermenting yeasts that are usually brewed at 40 to 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and ales are top fermenting yeast brewed at 55 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Beer varies in alcohol by volume from 0.5% all the way up to 40%. Beer is not distilled, so the water and other matter hangs around in the beer, unlike liquor. And beer has more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants than spirits unless they are barrel aged or herbs are added. The ingredients in beer and the yeast used to ferment the beer both add nutrients. Yeast is rich in protein, B vitamins, and minerals like chromium, potassium, and magnesium. However, the actual amounts of yeast in a beer is pretty low. Light beer generally has less vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, while unfiltered and dark beer contain more. According to a Spanish study, beer may hydrate better than water in hot, sunny weather. Fruit beers can have more antioxidants, and fermentation can make grains more digestible than they would be otherwise. So regarding hops in a beer, hops are pretty high in plant phytoestrogens. Mild consumption of beer shouldn't cause any problems, but a high consumption could potentially lower testosterone. So some popular beer styles ranging from the least to most nutrients And just a side note, you should not rely on beer for your nutrients. And this is kind of a general list. There are outliers. So first off is light lagers, followed by pilsners, pale ales, IPAs, brown ale, porters, and stouts. All right, next up we're going to talk about wine. Wine typically is thought of as the healthiest way to consume alcohol. It's usually made from grapes, but it can be made with other fruits. It's not distilled, so it retains many of the health benefits of the grapes. It's thought to be responsible for the French paradox, which would explain why the French have less heart disease despite higher saturated fat intake. And new science coming out is kind of casting doubt on whether saturated fat is inherently bad. And also, wine can provide up to 10% of the RDA of manganese, which is an important mineral. Fermentation may occur naturally with the yeast present on the grapes, but it is also sometimes added. Crushed grapes are put through a press which removes the skin and other sediment. Whether this is done before or after fermentation, along with the grape color, determines whether the wine is red or white. However, red grapes can make white wine. Red wine generally has more antioxidants, especially resveratrol, because it includes the seeds and the skin while fermenting. So looking at resveratrol, it has antioxidant properties, it prevents cartilage damage, it increases insulin sensitivity, it extends lifespan of various organisms, and it may help with cancer. Moderate or even heavy drinking of red wine doesn't reach the therapeutic dose, and most of the beneficial effects are only established in preclinical trials. Wine also has several other antioxidants besides resveratrol. And although these benefits aren't really seen with drinking of red wine because it doesn't reach the therapeutic dose, a smaller dose is likely beneficial, just not to the extent seen in these trials. Some other alcohol-containing beverages. Kombucha has about 0.5 to 3% alcohol by volume. It has antioxidants associated with tea or fruit. It has probiotics, and it also has some B vitamins from the yeast. Cider is between 1.2 to 12% alcohol by volume and is generally made from fermented apples. It has 5 to 10 times the sugar of beer, so that's something to look out for. And it can be made with other fruits. The health benefits are similar to that associated with eating apples. Mead is between 3.5 to 20% alcohol by volume. Is made with honey and sometimes with added spices, herbs, or fruit, and that doesn't have much additional health benefits besides health benefits associated with eating honey or the other fruits, herbs, or spices. Sake has between 18 to 20% alcohol by volume. It is called rice wine, but is actually brewed in a process more similar to beer, and it has some antioxidants and amino acids. So some of the social benefits of alcohol. It can be a reason to get together with friends. It's a social lubricant, which helps you open up more and make new friends easier. Bargoers generally have a larger social circle, and according to a national survey, nearly 50% of 20,000 adults surveyed report they sometimes or always feel lonely. 40% report sometimes or always feeling like their relationships are not meaningful. And more than a quarter of the population lives alone, which is the highest ever recorded. According to a meta-analysis co-authored by Julianne Holt-Lunstead, a professor of psychology and neuroscience at Brigham Young University, a lack of social connection heightens health risks as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So make time for your friends, and a good way is to invite them out for a beer. Also, alcohol is often used to relax and take the edge off the day, and as we all know, stress is a huge factor in health and well-being. Drinking moderate amounts of alcohol, which is 1 a day for women or 1 to 2 a day for men, is associated with the decreased risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and early death. Drinking more than this increases the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, cirrhosis of the liver, and stroke. A 2016 systematic review showed no mortality benefit compared to lifetime extension from ethanol consumption, and about 3.3 million deaths a year are believed to be due to alcohol. So some takeaways from this: don't start drinking for the health benefits. If you drink, moderate consumption with friends is likely health promoting, whether it's the alcohol itself or the time spent with friends, or both. Consumption above 1 to 2 a day starts to lead to poorer health outcomes. That being said, I wouldn't recommend never letting loose. Try to keep it infrequent and make sure you are well hydrated if you have 3+ drinks, and don't get hammer smashed. And one more side note, it's really hard for studies to prove anything because everybody's so unique, both genetically and we are unique with our gut microbiome. So alcohol lightly and different types of alcohol likely affect everybody differently. And one last note here, watch out for sugar content. Generally, sparkling water and fruit is a healthier mixture than soda or juices. Many sweetened liquors have a lot of sugar, and even zero-calorie diet sodas have been linked with weight gain and possible poor health effects.
Alright, again, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. It really helped me out. I do a lot of videos about home workouts and equipment reviews, so if that's your sort of thing, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.